about the basic concepts of Hadoop. It means what are the different components of Hadoop, and we also started with the installation steps. So I just want to know how many of you, if at all, have been able to install Hadoop successfully. Is there anyone who has been able to install it? Okay. Uh, you can see Satvik has been able to install it. All right. So I assume that others have started, and maybe you are at some stage of installation. So let's complete that exercise today, because only after we install Hadoop, we will be able to proceed with some of the commands in Hadoop and also do some sort of hands-on exercise. Okay, so I'll just refer all of us back to the document which we had used to install Hadoop. And
Sir,
sharing, yeah,
will we all be doing the hands-on session by using some tools also on the Hadoop, like those pigs and all?
we most likely will not use Pig and Spark and others, because they will require a lot of time for explanation and trying out. But we will most probably do two things. At least that's my current view based on the number of hours we have. First is the Hadoop HDFS commands, which allow us to do file manipulations in Hadoop. And secondly, we will do Hadoop map reduce programming. Okay, so some examples using Python and Java.
Okay, okay, got it, sir.
Yeah. So document that we had used last time, if you remember. Again, of course, this is not the only source of reference. You can use whatever helps you or you find it easier. But as I said last time, please stick to the versions, that is something like Hadoop 2.8, Java 1.8. Windows, obviously, you can't help. It could be Windows 7, 8, 10, depending on what operating system you have. Some of you may also have Linux, may have Mac, so that is fine. But as far as the software versions of what we are going to try, please try and stick to 2.8 for Hadoop and 1.8 for Java. Okay, so regarding this, refer to this document, keep progressing, because next time we will not again get into the installation related issues. I want to start some of the hands-on work. Okay, so if anyone has any questions or someone is stuck somewhere at this point, do let me know. Otherwise, I'll take it for granted that you are progressing and you are not stuck. Okay, any questions, any problems? Okay, I'll list down some common problems that students in the past have faced. This is mainly about Windows setup. So as much as possible, do not use C drive for Hadoop. It's okay for Java, but not for Hadoop. unless of course you only have C drive. So if your machine only has C drive, then that's okay. You can't do anything about it. But if you do have other drives on your machine, try installing Hadoop on. Installing in the sense it's anyway just decompressing a zip file or a tar file. So do that on a DEF or whatever other drive you have. Second, I think do not install Java inside program files where it normally installs by default. So if it's already there through control panel, programs and features, remove this JDK and install it directly under C:\Java or D:\Java. So you'll have C:\Java JDK, C:\Java JRE. Because if you have program files, then later on again, while trying to run Hadoop, you may have issues. It will most probably complain. Okay, so I'll just run through the installation document, see if you have any questions. So the first step is to download Hadoop 2.8.0. So there are a couple of links given here, and you can also directly Google saying download Hadoop 2.8.0. I'll do that here. So you will very easily be able to find the link. If you only say download Hadoop, it may take you to the latest version. But here you will be able to download 2.8.0. Then if you already don't have Java 1.8.0 or 1.8.1, download it. Again, you can simply search for this specific version's download. You should be able to get it. Once Java is installed, and as I told you, while installing these two, make sure that Hadoop is not in C drive. Just modify the earlier statement. Don't use C drive for Hadoop if possible, and don't put JDK and JRE in program files. So the default installation will have to be customized. So while installing, it will ask you whether you wish to change the directory or the path. So go ahead and change it. Then check whether Java is successfully running by using the Java C command.
Sir,
Go ahead, Deepa.
when I changed the path of Java, that JDK and JRE, but then other application gets stopped. So that's creating problem. So can we like we put the Java in that program file and Hadoop in other drive?
The trouble is and that is what I was about to explain. Hadoop is actually written using Java, and it's meant for the Unix or Linux operating system. So that's why it doesn't like a space in the directory structure. Okay. So we may have to then tweak or slightly play around with the Java path when we are installing Hadoop. So if you already have JDK installed under program files, then what I'll suggest is later on we may try one option to keep it under program files and still let Hadoop function. But that may or may not work. So if you're finding it difficult not to have it under program files, then let it be under program files for now. We will try and see what happens.
Okay, sir.
So this will tell us whether Java is installed successfully. And as I was mentioning, why we first of all require Java here is, I already said it just now, Hadoop itself is written in Java. So if we wish to run Hadoop and Hadoop commands and all the other features of Hadoop, we require Java's presence. And as most of you must be aware, Java is now technically split into two parts. One is the JDK, second is the JRE. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the difference between JDK, JRE? Okay, Akash says Java development environment and Java runtime environment. Correct. In other words, we require JDK or Java development kit for the purpose of compiling Java programs. So if you have written a Java program and you wish to compile it, that is, you wish to translate the compiled program into a .class file, it can be executed by a Java virtual machine or JRE. Then you require JDK. JDK will transform or translate your Java code, that is .java file, into a .class file, which is meant for the Java virtual machine. And then JRE, Java runtime environment, as Nirmit says, will execute it. It will run it on any platform because JDK would have compiled it for the JVM. And JVM, as you know, is supposed to run on any hardware, any software in the sense, any operating system. That is why we require JDK and we require JRE, because we are going to both also going to try and run Java programs plus Hadoop itself. And Hadoop itself, as I said, has been written in Java. So Hadoop itself is a Java program, which is already compiled when we install it. So if we need to run the compiled Hadoop software or Hadoop program, then we require JRE. This is why we require Java. And again, to repeat the part about program space files, Hadoop has been written in Java on Linux. And later on, it has been also made available for Windows. So some of the characteristics from Linux are retained. For example, case sensitivity. For example, short file names. Whereas on Windows, you can now have long file names, including spaces. But Linux will not allow it. So As a result, what happens is if we install Hadoop on Windows, we cannot use some of the Windows features which are normally accepted by other softwares, but Hadoop will refuse because it will consider the basic Linux sort of restrictions. And therefore, the program space files is a long file. I hope you understand why we are trying to avoid some of the simple looking type of complications. Okay. Next. So as we mentioned, try to put it under C:\Java folder, then extract the Hadoop tar or zip or whatever file you have. Now here, this particular author says C:. Again, I have found that this creates problems for many students later on because of permissions issues. If you do have another drive, put it on that drive. Okay, then set Hadoop home. Java home should already have been set while you install Java. If not, manually set it. Then add the path entries for Hadoop and Java wherever they have been installed. So this completes the basic installation part. And for the configuration, you'll have to change some XML files in the Hadoop etc Hadoop directory. In my case, for example, I have d:\Hadoop. So inside this etc Hadoop, this is the directory in which we have a lot of properties files, XML and other extensions are used for these files. So some of the files there are the ones which we wish to edit. So for example, core-site.xml, mapreduce-site.xml, simple copy paste. Then you have to manually create a folder called as data inside C:\Hadoop 2.8. In my case, d:\Hadoop has a folder data in which we have to have two subfolders, data node, name node. So this is manually created as mentioned here. So in the Hadoop folder, create data node and then name node. Then we have to edit another file, hdfs-site.xml. In which we have to give the path of the directory we created just now. So we created name node under data under Hadoop. So name node under data under Hadoop. That is the path we are giving here. And similarly, data node under data under Hadoop. So data node under data under Hadoop. That is what we have to mention here. Then another file that we need to edit, and this is the last file that we edit to specify the Java home and the username also. So here is where we specify where we have installed Java. Then we have to replace the bin folder, okay, using this file and then format the name node. If all of this is successful, your Hadoop has been successfully installed. Then we can test see whether it has been installed successfully. Okay, so as you are aware, this subject is an internal subject. It means it has no external component. All the evaluations will be done based on the internal marks. And since we will do at least some hands-on work, maybe not too complicated types of programs, but definitely at least of medium complexity and Hadoop commands and all that, it is expected that you install Hadoop successfully and you also are able to write these programs and also are able to run the Hadoop HDFS commands. Okay, that will be the part of the internal evaluation. If you are not installing Hadoop, you are taking this lightly, okay, your internal evaluations will reflect the marks, okay, according to what you have done. So don't take it lightly. Try installing if you're stuck, if you are facing issues, do let me know on the individual chat, okay, not on this common group chat, because for many other students, I have used this individual chat to later on resolve their problems one-on-one, because once this meeting is closed, as you are aware, very difficult to go back to the chat messages and see what has happened. Okay, so installing Hadoop itself, I would say, is like a component for internal evaluation, because without having Hadoop, you really trying to understand some theory. Once again, a quick check. How many of you have been able to install Hadoop now? Is the count still 1 or is it more? Okay, Rachel, Nishmita, Darren, Raghav, Wilfred, Rashneet. Okay, good to know. Fine. Oh, there are still some more names coming up. Virat. Okay. So those who have been able to install successfully, by that, I hope what you mean is something like this. So let me try and run Hadoop on my machine. So when we say Hadoop has been successfully installed, what you should see in the end is you should be able to go to your Hadoop sbin folder, and there you should be able to run a command called as start-all. Now it will give you a warning saying the command is deprecated and instead start these two separately. So that's okay. You can ignore these types of warnings because it's just a syntax change. And once you do this, it should start running these 4 command prompts. One should be for what is called as node manager. Second should be for resource manager. Third should be for data node. And fourth should be for name node.
Sir?
Yeah.
So this, for me, this node manager is not showing up for Yarn.
How many windows are popping up?
4 windows have popped up. So name node, data node, resource manager, and the fourth one has nothing. It's only Apache Hadoop distribution.
Okay. Are all the four running, or has any of them abruptly shut down?
No, so all are running.
All right. It may just be of a different name. So uh, put that on this chat, no? Whatever fourth window you are not getting, instead one
Sir,
that you are getting.
you mean by abrupt shutting down is like the shutdown message?
Yes. So
Yeah. So
are they
that is there.
continuously?
One window has that.
Yeah. So just put that screenshot here on this chat.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for some more students to complete this installation. For those who have already completed, okay, just
So there are 2 windows that are shutting down.
okay, just put the error screens on this separate chat.
Okay.
So whosoever are facing problems, if you can't resolve them yourselves, put those on the chat. I will try and have a look. And those who are able to run this successfully and are able to see all the 4 windows running without errors, just bear with me for a while, okay, while we sort out a few problems, and then we will start doing some of the hands-on. Just stopping the screen sharing to go through the chat messages that some of you are sending. Okay, Satvik, you're there.
Yes, sir.
In the installation document, when you complete, I'll just point you to the step. There is this step called as Hadoop configuration.
Uh-huh.
Third point in that says HDFS name node dash format.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay, so was it successful, or was it giving you any errors?
It was starting and then it was shutting down. That also was shutting down.
Okay, so I think the name node has not been successfully formatted. Do one thing. Also, in the same chat, send me the screenshot of your control panel settings where you have set Java home and also the path. 2 screenshots. You have control panel environment variables, right? So from there. Akash, I have sent the installation document. Let's have a look. Okay, so Satvik, your Java installation is D software. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Hadoop home is D software Hadoop. I think that is
Yeah.
creating a problem.
Q?
Because what happens is, okay, let me.
It's in a D directory.
Okay, go to the installation document. Step. Page 4, if you are referring to the PDF. Page 5, actually.
Page 5.
So there you see name dfs.name.node.name.directory.
Yes, sir.
So below that you will see a value /Hadoop 2.8.0 /data/name node.
Yes, sir.
So since you have installed this inside D:\software, I think that is creating a problem. So here try on your machine, open this file. So this is Hadoop etc Hadoop htfs-site.xml file.
htfs-site.xml. Yes, sir. Like given it the directory.
So here instead of /Hadoop 2.8.0 data name node, give your
Yeah, I've
path.
given D software Hadoop. ऐसे करके I have given Hadoop data and then name
Yeah,
node.
don't give D. It says /software /Hadoop /data/name node.
Okay.
And below also in the same file /software /Hadoop /data/data node. And after you do this, close all the command prompts. Open a fresh command prompt with admin rights. Then try the name node format command and see what happens. And if that is successful, then try start all. Yes, Silveria. Okay, yes, yeah, I think that is the problem. You have program files for Java Home.
Node manager shut down, so
You had closed all the windows and started fresh, right?
yeah, I reformatted the name node.
Okay, then I think it doesn't accept it for some reason. So instead of getting into this complication, what I'll suggest is just put Hadoop into d:/Hadoop 2.8.0. Just move it.
But sir, it shouldn't matter, right? It is in a directory which is not a system directory.
Is not. I'm just saying to save time. We can investigate it, but it will take a lot of time. Just to avoid wasting a lot of time in that, just put it under d:/Hadoop 2.8.0. Then try. So you'll have to change the path settings accordingly. And the last file also, which you edited. Okay. Silveria, I'm looking at your message. Okay. So is it showing all the 4 windows now?
Yes, only this on this command prompt, it shows C/program is not recognized as internal or external command.
Yeah. So that is the problem. So
So, but the localhost thing is running. I mean, so is it still a problem?
are all the 4 windows coming up or only 2 or 3?
So all four.
Okay. And if you do a local host for both of them, is it working?
So both are working.
All right. Then let's see. If you get stuck later on, we'll try and resolve.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, Nirmit, for now, what I'll suggest is unless you are facing a problem, go ahead and try. If you get stuck, let's see. You're not able to run all the 4. If you're not able to see rather all the 4 command prompt windows, we'll see what to do.
So,
दूसरा एनिवर्सरी में दूसरा दे दूँ आपको
जी आलू और नहीं है
ऐसे होते हैं वो
sir,
ऐसे दोपहर में दाल चावल है जो हमारी फेवरेट
Yes.
हाँ किसी फेवरेट इज वेरी लाउजी
I'm having problem running that HDFS command, like the name node format one. So, is there a particular directory where I can run it? Like,
What is the error you are getting?
sir, I'm unable to run the command HDFS name node command. I'm running a Mac OS.
Oh, you are running a Mac OS.
So I actually configured all the other files, but I'm unable to do that. So which folder or where should I go to execute that command?
Mm, Okay, for the previous batch, actually, one student had tried doing this through Docker. And she sent me this file, which I'm trying to put on the chat. Okay, so see whether This helps, Akash.
Yes, sir. Let me see.
Okay, so let's once again take a fresh count. How many of us are able to start all the 4 Hadoop services now? Just one. So you had some errors that were undiscovered previously. Okay, so is it just one student who has been able to install it successfully and start? All right, and wait. Okay, I'll utilize this time to complete our attendance. First, division A, PRN number 1, 2,
PRN1 present, sir.
2, 3, 4, 6,
Present, sir. Parent 6.
9,
Present, sir.
11, 15,
So 10.
this is division A. 15, 16, 18, 23, 28, 37,
Present, sir.
38,
38 present, sir.
40, 41,
Present, sir. 41 present.
44, 46, 48, okay, 51, 52, 53,
53 present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
56,
Present, sir.
59, 60, 61, 64, 69,
Present, sir.
70, 71, 72,
Present, sir.
73,
Present, sir.
74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 80,
80 present, sir.
81, 84, 85, 87, 89, 91, 92, 95,
95 present, sir.
96, 97,
91 present, sir.
okay, 97, 98,
So 98 present.
100,
So 100%, sir.
103,
Present, sir.
104, 105, 107, 108,
Present, sir.
109, 1196. Division B, PRN 5,
Present, sir.
7, eight,
Present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
12,
Present, sir.
13,
Present, sir.
14, 17, 19,
Present, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
22, 24,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
29, 30,
Sir, 30 present.
31, 33,
Yes, sir. Present.
34,
Present, sir.
36,
36 present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
43, 45, 47, 50, 55,
55 present, sir.
57,
Present, sir. 57.
58,
Present, sir.
63,
Yes, sir.
65, 66,
Present, sir.
67,
Present, sir. 67.
8, 79,
Sir, 68 present, sir.
79, 82, 83.
Present, sir. 82 present.
83 present.
Okay, I marked 82, 83, 86, 90, 93, 99, 101, okay, I also marked 8 and 29. Okay, before we go for a break, quick check again. Are there any more students who have been able to complete this now? Or is it still one? How many of you have been able to do this? Just one? All right, let's go for our break. We'll resume at 9:10. Hope until then some of you are able to solve these problems. And like last time, I'll have to uh, end our lecture a bit early today because of again the group interviews and PI process. So maybe we'll finish some 10 minutes early. Somebody was saying something? Okay, Akash. So as I said, if you already have it under C drive, maybe try running uh, with that setting if it's in C program files. If it runs successfully, let it be there. If it does not, then we will have to move it under C colon Java. Fine, let's take a break. We will resume at 9:10. Those who are able to complete it during the break, if you are still trying, please raise your hand so that after the break, I have a count of how many of us are successful. Okay, let's resume in 10 minutes. Okay, so is there any change? Have more students been able to install it now, or it's still same?
Sir, it's taking time. I'll look into it, sir.
Okay. Fine. I think let's start discussing the Hadoop commands. So if you have not been able to install it successfully, note down what we are doing, and after you are able to complete the installation, then you can try out those commands. So Akash will have to go to the path variable. So go to control panel, environment variables. There you will see an entry for path. Open it, say add, and then add the path variable. Okay, attendance now, please don't give any attendance. I've already taken it. So let's discuss some basic commands. Whosoever is getting a problem, as I said, please put your errors on an individual chat here. I'll have a look. If you're not able to complete. Okay? I'll share the screen now and let's run some simple Hadoop commands. So for this purpose, what I suggest is whenever your Hadoop is installed and you are able to try, only after that these commands will work. So on the D drive, okay, so on the D drive, create a directory called as test file. This is again just to keep this consistent. This is not a syntax, or this is not something which is mandatory, but later on again many students have many confusions, which directory, why this directory. So I'm just making it uniform for all of us. So create a directory called as test files on your D drive. Okay. In my case, because already remove it and again try creating it. Okay, so it should create a directory called as test files on your D drive. Now within this test files directory, we would like to create a particular file which we will later on upload. So this is a file that I have created under d:\test files with a name test.txt, which simply contains some dummy data, in the sense some text that you wish to type. Okay, this can be anything. I've just said this is a test file, it has no useful information, and I have saved it under the directory which we created just now called as d:\test files, and the name of the file is test.txt. Okay, so if we come back here and we run a directory command on the test files directory, we will see an entry for test.txt. So once again, to repeat what we have done, under the drive root, we have created a directory called as test files. Then we have gone to this test files directory. In the meanwhile, we have opened some editor. In my case, Notepad++, can even be simple Notepad, and I've typed some text and I have saved this file under our newly created directory d:\test files, and I've given the name to the file as test.txt. So here we are simply verifying that we have this test.txt file containing 55 bytes. Now what we are going to do is we are going to run a Hadoop HDFS command. So just to again set the context, we know that in Hadoop we have 3 layers. At the bottom we have the HDFS layer or the storage layer. The middle layer is the yarn layer, and at the top layer we have all our programming or data processing components. Now what we are doing is we are going to access this bottom layer HDFS, that is Hadoop distributed file system or file storage, and here in this HDFS we are going to store one file. Which file? So we have created this file on our disk under d:\test file. So from here, this file called as test.txt, we would, let's say, try and upload this file into the Hadoop HDFS area. In other words, there will be 2 files now, one which is on our local machine and the same file which we are going to upload under the Hadoop server using the HDFS. So a copy of the file will exist under Hadoop, and that will be accessible only through HDFS, whereas this local file here is available, of course, here. So we can even say, for example, type, and it will show us the contents of the file because this is a local file. But now we are going to upload this same file onto HDFS. How to do that? For this purpose, there are several HDFS commands which are available. So just as the type command here is for the local operating system, that is DOS in this case for this computer. Similarly, in the case of Linux, we will have shell commands. In the case of Hadoop, we have HDFS shell commands, okay, which means that HDFS is nothing but the data storage area in which Hadoop maintains files, and Hadoop allows us to access those files by using the HDFS shell commands. We can create a file in Hadoop, we can modify a file, we can delete a file, we can download, upload, everything that we can do with any other, let's say, shell, just as DOS or Windows or Linux. So for this purpose, we'll first create a directory. Okay. So let's say I call this directory as BCA. So what we are trying to do is on our respective local Hadoop servers, when we try this command, once Hadoop is installed successfully, in my case, and those of you who have been able to install Hadoop, because we have been able to install and start the Hadoop services, we will be able to try and run this command. In other cases, once Hadoop is installed successfully and your start all command starts all the 4 services without problem, then you can try this command. So what is the purpose of this command? So it says Hadoop. So it clearly indicates that it's a Hadoop command. Then it says DFS. Okay. So DFS or HDFS here or FS indicates that this Hadoop command is for the HDFS based services. So we are trying to access Hadoop's HDFS services. And then what is the command that we are trying? It's mkdir. In other words, we are trying to create a directory called as BCA at the root level of Hadoop server. Okay, so I repeat what we are trying to do. This is a Hadoop command. DFS or FS here indicates that it's an HDFS command that is to do with the Hadoop file system. The actual command is mkdir, which is make directory. Here, for example, in DOS, the command is md. In Hadoop, the command is mkdir. And the name of the directory that we wish to create is BCA. Okay, just a minute. I'm getting a call from SICSR. Okay, sorry about that. So I had actually explain this command. So let's try this. So what happens is, if let's say Hadoop executes a particular command and it does not get any errors, that is, let's say the command is successful, it does not show us any success message. Okay. So this deprecated message, again, as I said last time, you can ignore it as a warning. So instead of DFS, it's saying use the keyword HDFS, but it's okay. We can run it as Hadoop DFS. So what this should have done ideally is it would have created a folder or a directory called as BCA under the Hadoop server of the HDFS data processing engine, which is running on the Hadoop server. Now, how can we check whether it is successfully created, not created? So, and simply try doing an ls command. Okay, so ls, as you know, perhaps in Unix or Linux, is like the directory command, which allows us to see the directory listing. So here we had created the mkdir directory earlier. Using mkdir, we had created a BCA directory. And now we are saying, show us the listing of the BCA directory. Again, remember that this BCA directory we have created inside the Hadoop HDFS system. So since it is empty, we have not uploaded any file there, it is not showing us any content. So now what we will try to do is to upload this file test.txt from our local machine, that is from our d::test files, into this BCA directory. Okay, so how can we upload a file? The command for that is copy from local. Okay, so it very clearly indicates that we wish to copy a file from our local drive or local machine. What is the name of the file? Test.txt, because that is the file we have created here of 55 bytes. Where do we wish to upload it? Under the BCA directory. Optionally, we can change the name of the file also, but I'm just keeping it the same. So Hadoop DFS is the standard syntax. Now copy from local. Which file? Test.txt. Where to copy? Under the BCA folder of HDFS. With what name? The same name, test.txt. Again, it is not showing us any error, which is an indication that our copy from local is most likely successful. We can simply verify this by again doing an ls. Earlier it was empty. Now it is showing us this file because we have done a copy from local. So it is saying under the BCA folder, there is a file called as test.txt created on this particular date at this time, that is today, consisting of 55 bytes. And these are the permissions, okay, created by this particular user. Now, how can we see the contents of this particular file on the Hadoop server? Again, for that, there is a command called as cat, same as the cat command that we have in Linux. Again, let's give the proper name of the file, test.txt. As we can see, it shows us the contents of the test.txt file. So the commands that we have tried once again are mkdir to make a directory or create a directory with the specified name inside HDFS. ls command is to see the contents of the directory that we created just now. Copy from local to copy this local file that is from our current drive onto the Hadoop HDFS area with the same name. Again to a directory. This time it does show us that this file has been uploaded successfully, and then the cat command to see the contents of the file. Any questions about any of these commands? Yes, you will get this warning. As I said, ignore that warning, not a problem. Java home could be a problem. Okay, we will have to see. So put your error messages here on the individual chat. I will have a look. Put it here. Okay, so what I'll do now is, since hardly any of you have been able to install it, I'll just stop the session here for today, and instead for the next maybe hopefully say 15 minutes or so, I should have time to go through the errors that some of you are getting and hopefully to resolve some of them. The only request I have is, if you have AnyDesk software installed on your machine for remote access, well and good. If you don't, and if you want me to have a look at your errors, have the AnyDesk open source software installed so that I can quickly, if needed, look at your machine remotely and see what could be the possible problems. Okay, so try resolving things yourself. If you can't, as I said, put messages on the chat and I'll try and have a look. AnyDesk will be of great help. Fine with that. And subsequently, once you are able to do this, try these basic HDFS commands. That will be our exercise for this week. Okay, with that, let's end this session for today. Any questions? Again, put them here. Until next week, thanks. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.